that's the kind of stuff I'm going to address. Also, we can currently look. Okay, we don't have any spells there, and we can't pick up any there. But when we're in battle, we also don't bring up the spell book, and so I may get to that one also in this video. We'll see. But first of all, I just want to get that hero spell power and knowledge working. So I dump in a bunch of my files and say, you know, the hero spell power and knowledge are not being imported in the general screen, but the attack and defense skill are. Can we fix that? So really simple prompt, just dumping in a lot of my code and some of my battle sprite, battlefield render, game data, game state, where these kind of describe the variables that I have behind the scenes. So it takes a pretty clear shot and realizes, okay, there's no hero spell power and hero knowledge variables. They're just missing. So it never reads from H. H is the hero, like local variable when you're cycling through the heroes, processing them. So it just never reads the spell power or knowledge. And so in the code, it's actually just hard coding spell power question mark knowledge question mark because it doesn't have any value for that. So we're going to add hero spell power, hero knowledge, and then we're going to add 2 more variables here in the battle screen as well. So yeah, this is battle screen H, and then battle screen CVP. We're going to add the same variables, and then when we're drawing the general options, we're going to actually set those to be the values. And we're reading those values from the hero in CPB. So we're declaring the variables, we're reading in the values, and then we're printing them out. So that was, you know, that's a pretty basic fix. Let's see if it worked here. Okay, this says events fixed, spell power fixed. So let's just see if this works. Yep. So we've got our spell power and knowledge showing up now. Great. Okay. So yeah, it told me what to do, and I said I was kind of lazy, so I was just like, can you just update those files and present me with the updated files? So, okay, it made the changes. Okay, now I want to add in the spellbook view like in the adventure panel and the hero screen, but only show the spellbook with combat spells and the combat bookmark and the exit bookmark only, no adventure spell bookmark. So I want the first button of the general menu in the battle screen to open the spellbook and show the combat spells. I want it to copy the layout and the structure of the adventure panel and the hero screen structures for the spellbook, with the limitation of only showing the combat spells and the combat bookmark. I want the same tooltip functions too. So let me pull up an older build here. I think we can go back to the tavern screen build, and we're going to build a mage guild, buy ourselves a spellbook. We got, okay, we actually only got battle spells there, so that's interesting. Let's build a second level of the mage guild and get some. Okay, also only battle spells. Okay, well, lucky us. I mean, generally the adventure spells are kind of useless until you get to Dimension Door. Here we got adventure spells. Okay, so now we can see. So we're in the hero screen. We got these. Those are the combat spells. We have those. And we can see what we're dealing with. So there's that version, but we can also cast adventure spells here. This is the adventure spells bookmark. I want to do the combat version of that. That's what I'm basically describing here. And so I give it my spellbook documentation, the adventure panel documentation. I give it the spellbook files. I give it the adventure panel files, the dialogue utils, which are used for the tooltips for spells. And then I basically just say, is that clear enough or do you need more info? And AI, being sycophantic, is like, yep, that's clear enough. Let's do it. So we go through a bunch of stuff. It adds Spellbook, it does an overlay. Has a Spellbook event block. This general options handler, this captures when we click on the Spellbook button in the general options, and then this actually draws it. And I think that actually worked pretty well. So let me pull up the build for this and let's see what that looked like. Spellbook battle screen. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna have to buy a Spellbook. And okay, we got Bless and Dispel Magic. That's good enough. Let's take some extra dragons, why not? And we'll go up here. My battle activity leaves a little something to be desired these days, but the Spellbook is working. Now, can we cast? No. We only get tooltips when we click on them, so this is the same as the view. So I will have to update the left mouse button click for these. You know, this is the right mouse button click. This is the left mouse button click. And but you'll see I have only the battle spell bookmark and then the exit. And if we click auto there, we're out of there. And yeah, that's the Spellbook on the battle screen is now working, at least the display. We still have to actually implement the spell, you know, the actual combat spell effects, which isn't going to be too bad, but I'm kind of been dreading it a little bit because I think it's going to be quirky. It'll probably be easier than I think it's going to be, but we'll see. So then I update my documentation, and